Both feet first. Okay. I said I got the stream rolling. Make sure it's actually working right. Alright, beautiful. Stream is up. Alright, welcome guys to, I guess, what would be the next episode in this adventure. But it's going to be a live stream. And today I have what I like to call a virtual hitchhiker by the name of David. I don't know if you want me to use your last name or not. Last time with our edited cut, I kind of forgot to ask you if that's something you're okay with. So, but either way, I'm here with David. He is actually my old trainer from Navajo. He's the first guy that really taught me kind of how to be a truck driver. I mean, he also taught me a little bit about how to drive the truck, but his main job is really to teach you how to be a truck driver. Wouldn't you say that's about right, Dave?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, it's more about like
get you used to the lifestyle.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's the whole thing about it, man. So anyway, we're gonna go to and I mean, I'm assuming that you can see the stream pretty well, right? Can you see the stream well? You see me pulling up the map and all that right now?
Let me refresh this.
We're trying to iron out the technical difficulties here, you know. Neither one of us are exactly tech aficionados here. I got him on Facebook Messenger calling him so that I could record the, record for you guys. How you doing, Dave? You getting it running, David?
I am not seeing the live stream going on right now. I've refreshed your page.
Really? That is odd. I could see it on mine. On my phone, I have my live stream playing. Try to go to my home, and then try to refresh.
I'm on your home page.
You're on home, and I don't. And
I have, yeah.
And live stream is not up there, huh?
It's showing live, but
is it just black?
It's just black, and now it's just flashing through that gold Kenworth you were talking about. That's it. It's just showing.
Really? What is going on there? That is odd. Hold on. I should be running. That's saying that it's running. Okay, let me... So that should be the stream right there. Concurrent viewers. One concurrent viewer, 3 playbacks. I think 3 playbacks is you trying to click on.
Okay, I think we got it now.
Are you seeing like a weird, like multi, thing?
Page, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I've got it now.
Okay.
We got her now. We're good.
All right. Here in a minute, you should see a gray Kenworth long nose day cab pop up.
That's it.
Okay.
I can see it.
Awesome. There we go. So we're in the Kenworth shop here. See, and like I said, I got my phone on the stream so that I can see exactly what you're seeing. You know what I mean? Come on, I don't want to learn more right now. Can we just not have this up on my thing? Are you kidding me? Stop doing this. There we go. I hate it when they're trying to give you all these suggestions because you're kind of new to it all, but you're just trying to do something. So, all right. So we're gonna get this one here. which it'll pop up on your screen. But while I'm waiting for it to pop up on your screen, I'm gonna go ahead and paint it green. Yeah, see, gonna get that one because it's just obviously the turning radius is it's just better with these, I'd say. Well, you've driven. Have you ever driven a long nose?
No, I haven't driven a long nose yet.
Yeah. I don't know. You think that's about right? That's about right color?
Yours is a little. If you're trying to match your current truck, you need to be a little bit more neon than that green. But that's a nice looking green on that current truck.
A little bit more neon. I like that.
Oh yeah, that works out fine. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, my truck is green, guys. It is very green. Very, very green. And I love it. I love that it's so green. Ha, yeah. There we go. Awesome. Let's get at it. Alright. Gonna purchase this truck for $118,000. And that gives us $9,000 for any kind of repairs or anything that we might need. So I had to get that money on a loan, man. All right, we're at my shop. You'll be able to see it here in just a minute. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, that's a nice shop.
It's a nice little shop. What's that?
Where you getting all this money?
Dude, I don't know.
Where you getting all this money from?
I don't know, bro. just kids don't think about it, right? So I started off in Flagstaff, by the way. That's the place I decided to get going at. I don't know. Where should we go? I don't know. Pull in here real quick and look at some options. See what's going on in here. All right. Let's see. We got. I'm gonna wait for you to get it. Wait for me to get in there and all that. So, once we get a load and we get hauling out of here, because I mean we're checking out all these features right now. But once we get a load, get hauling out of here, that's when we're really gonna start talking. And I want you to talk about why you became a truck driver. All that kind of stuff, man. We're gonna get into all that. I've been. One of the things. Okay, now you can see what I'm seeing. So it looks like we got economy, summary, upgrade, travel. Yeah, I can hire drivers. I can get once I basically get enough money to get another truck, I can actually hire drivers. Actually, I think if I really wanted to, I could get another loan and buy more trucks and all that. But I'm not trying to do all that right now, obviously.
Yeah, just
trying to
get used to it first.
Right, work on my own damn truck first, right? My Jep is going. All right, so I'm starting to pull away, and so the cool thing about this is I have two ways I can pick up loads. I can do it through a start menu, or I can here right over here is the little distribution center or warehouse. I just pull right on over there. And see what's going on. We're gonna pull right over here and just check out these loads. See, I'm kind of gonna work in like a weird delayed kind of way where I'm gonna do stuff, and then I'm gonna wait for you to be able to see what I'm doing, and then I'm gonna comment on it. So I'm gonna be like already, all those. You know what I mean? So I'm already going to be like a step or two ahead of what's really going on. So you're seeing that I pulled up that menu. All those, as you're about to see, all those loads suck a bunch. So we're going to go somewhere else and try and get a better load. Actually, you know what? Instead of going through all this, we'll find a job this way. Let's see. Fracking, man. That's where you make your money. Dragging fracking tanks. Look at that. Flagstaff to Page, then Page back to Flagstaff. I kind of want to go and do that. Run a frac tank from Page to Flagstaff, and then turn around and bring one right back. Sounds pretty good to me. Especially for that kind of price. Look at how much money. $10,000 compared to that $4,000 that freaking warehouse over there wanted to give me. And which one would you say is the better option?
$10,000 sounds good.
Yeah, right. So tell us, Dave, how realistic does this look to you?
This is crazy. I can't tell if you're driving down a real street. You know, until you do something just out of character a little bit, then you can tell it's a game. But for the most part, when you're driving down the road,
right?
I swear I've seen that street before. You know, it's insanely detailed.
Right. Yeah, here I'll hop out of the truck so that you can actually kind of see that it's actually a game. You know, get it from an outside point of view type of thing. That is a sharp looking truck though. You know, I love that green color. I love that green color on my real truck. Isn't that a nice looking truck?
That is nice. That's a sharp looking takedown.
Yeah, it's nice. I just turned the lights on, so in about 4 or 5 seconds you'll see me turn around and hit the lights. I don't know how long the delay is. Wow, that's a lot longer than that. That's almost 10 or 15 second delay. So I'm almost already on the highway. And I still haven't turned around. I'm just now doing it. Turning my lights on for you. Yeah, that's quite a while. Quite a delay. So we're going over here just outside of Flagstaff. Picked up this trailer. And we're gonna drag it to Page. I don't know. What town do you think lies just west of Flagstaff?
Just west of Flagstaff is
Williams. Yeah. Before you even come out of the mountains.
Big town where the next town is Williams that I'm aware of.
Williams, yeah. So that's probably more realistically kind of where we're going now, I think. Is like that area. Arizona Divide. Yeah, one of the things I mentioned a lot is how real, I know that the graphics aren't like the best as far as like the trees and stuff, but it's aesthetically pleasing. Like it feels like, considering that I've been to these places and that you've been to these places, does it not feel like you're driving through Flagstaff right now? You know, like it really does. Like I feel like, like you just said, like I feel like I've been here. Oh, I have been here. You know?
That is insane. Oh.
And the trucks maneuver like that too, man. I mean, it really is. They really maneuver well. So why did you get into truck driving? Like, what brought you to that?
Well, probably like a lot of people, your life changes make you, I ended up truck driving because at the time I needed a job that paid well, and truck driving was the only thing hiring at the time. Okay. I honestly didn't get into truck driving. I never thought I'd be like truck driving.
Wait.
When I initially got into it. I got into it
Did you start driving like right at the end of the recession? Isn't that about the right
I
time?
started back in around 2013, near
Okay,
the
so
end
a
of
little after. So
2013.
that's after. That was during the recovery. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I never really thought I'd like truck driving. At the time, it was the only thing available that I could find uh, that paid well, especially in
Right.
the area I lived in. And I about a month into after I graduated from the school, and I actually got on the road. I was surprised how much I liked it, and then it just went from there.
Okay.
Now, honestly, I can't picture myself doing anything else again.
Right. Yeah, man. I say that a lot. But I don't think I could ever go back to punch. Not with the kind of freedom that we have. I mean, for people that aren't driving trucks, just look. Oh, so we're going to, what does that say? Seligman. Seligman. Seligman.
Seligman,
Huh?
yeah, that's Seligman, yeah,
Seligman, okay. See, he's an Arizona boy,
yeah.
so he knows all these weird names and stuff, so he can help us out with pronouncing.
Well, that's how I pronounce it. My family that lives up there pronounces that a different way, and I can't say how they say it. I don't know. I can't remember how they pronounce it, but I've always just called this town Seligman.
Seligman, okay. Right on. Yeah, it's just, obviously they don't have the whole town built and all that, but because I mean, like, you go through about a mile every about 3 or 4 seconds, in game scale. Like, it takes about 3 or 4 seconds to go a mile in the game. Only if you can do that in real life, right? How fast?
You'd make a killing if you could pull.
Right. All right. So we're here to pick up the trailer. But you'll be able to see that here in a minute. So yeah, I need to remember that you still got to that the stream has got to catch up to actually what I'm doing here. It's funny because I'm pretty sure somebody just passed my window just now, and they look in here and see me playing this game.
Didn't that guy get enough of driving a truck during the day?
Yeah, well, that's
What's he doing now?
I know, man. It's ridiculous. But it's such a fun game. Does this game, like, tell me the honest truth, does this game not look fun to play? Would you not play this game?
Oh yeah, I would have to play this game.
Oh yeah, right. Like, it looks fun, right? And I'm telling, and the reason why I think it is so much fun is because I do love truck driving. Just like how you said, you never thought that you would like truck driving, but now that you do, this is like you can do all the stuff that you love about truck driving, right? Without the risk. Of course you don't get any reward either, obviously, because it's a virtual video game. But still, like, the fact that you can do this without it means that you can, like, just enjoy it for what it is, which is just driving these big, awesome machines around, and doing all this cool stuff. There's something awesome about doing that, about knowing how to do it. Dave, man, he used to teach me. He taught
Truck
me all
driving
kinds
is.
of stuff. You keep going, man. Go ahead. Okay, really, Gar?
Truck
Really?
driving is one of the last few. It's one of the last few jobs that, with just a minor investment for your licensing, which a lot of companies will pay for you, that you can make the amount of money, a really nice amount of money, considering a
Right.
$5,000 investment. You can end up making well over $100 a year.
Right.
There are people that paid $60,000 plus for college education and are making $40 a year.
Yeah, it takes them 20 years to pay it off, or more.
Yeah, and I mean, you're not going to make all that money in truck driving your first year out. I mean, I think that's a big misconception. People, they see those signs saying 65,000 a year. Well, maybe after a couple of years of experience, you pull that off. Your first year, there's so much to learn. It takes about a year or two to even understand what you don't know about trucking.
Right.
Especially if you're planning on going into an owner-op scenario. I mean, I would never recommend anyone to just get their license and immediately buy a truck.
Oh no, I don't even think you can get
That's
any
a-
work doing that.
That's a recipe for failure. Yeah, that's a recipe for failure that a lot of people, I think, fall into.
Yeah, they're impatient about it. Don't realize the
You
risk.
really should. Your first 2 years, I believe, you should drive with a company as a company driver, just to get the feel of the industry.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree with that. I would even say, I mean, part of the grievance is kind of, because with Navajo, when I was with Navajo as a company driver, I wasn't going to clear. I was going to clear maybe 60, maybe that year if I would have stayed with them, And then, well, no, not even that. Maybe 45, honestly. And then with Source would have given me about 60. But the company I'm with now, I mean, I'm probably making about 75, which is not bad. That's really not bad at all. But I'm also 2 years in. Once you go through kind of what, because you're a lease operator, so why don't you kind of go through what your expenses are and all that, and how much you're making and everything.
Well, there's a difference between a lease operator and an owner operator.
Right.
The owner operator, the money they're getting, is they're getting equity in their truck as they're going along. A lease operator has no equity in the truck until the day the truck's paid for.
Equity.
So
what
there
is
a
equity?
big difference. And the value of the truck.
The value of the truck.
Because
Okay.
as a lease operator, you could pay on that truck for 5 years
Mm-hmm.
and then get fired or quit, and you just lost all that money you've been paying on that truck.
Right.
As an owner operator, the truck stays with them. But I think the lease operator is a good stepping stone between a company driver and an owner op. Not so much, in it for the money, because the lease operator is making probably just a little bit more than the company driver. But there is a lot of stuff to a lease operator that I pay for that obviously companies don't. Fuel, depending on the company, tolls that you got to keep track of. Then your taxes and everything changes. You're not, you got to keep money aside, have an accountant to take care of your taxes at the end of the quarter. You got to keep receipts because everything is deductible.
Yeah, but I mean, like when you say everything is deductible, how much of everything?
Almost everything you buy outside of, cigarettes, clothing. You can buy a laptop. You have entertainment expenses. Like if you go see a show, you're allotted so much a year for entertainment. Food is deductible. Your per diem. There's a lot too.
Oh crap!
That you can
There's a whole lot going on.
Yeah.
Looks like we got an accident. You ain't there yet, I know. That's a little bit frustrating, but a little bit frustrating that you can't see it. But I mean, luckily though, with the recording, the recording will match what I see versus what so it won't look as bad, but it won't be. Oh no!
You're just now coming in.
I just passed my exit. Hey Dave, how many times do you think you've passed your exit talking to somebody on the phone?
More times than I can count. And what irritates me is I notice it as I'm passing it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my, really?
Right. There it is. It just happened to me just now. Talking to you. Just passed my exit just like in real life. It's just like real life. It's so real, man. It is crazy how real this game is, though. How far away did I just add to this? The broke down bus. I think I'm about to do something highly illegal and unrealistic. I'm about to cut through the median. Don't mind me.
All right, Swifty.
Don't mind me. We're just gonna spin around here real quick and go back the way we came. Don't even worry about it. Don't ever do that in real life. You will get fired and probably thrown in jail. Definitely fired. Probably.
You get fitting if you get stuck.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Fired, but you will get a ticket. Is highly probable.
Yeah, like if you're seen, you're definitely gonna get ticketed. And then if you get stuck, then you're gonna get fired. And then you're probably gonna get fired for getting ticketed for driving through the median. Because you have to report your tickets. It's not like you can just not tell people when you get tickets, you know? You have to let your company know. Alright. So, I mean, in all though, would you say that it's worth it to be a lease operator over a driver? Over a company driver? What the? You have got to be kidding me. Oh! Oh! I can't believe... I mean, it's kind of my fault, I guess, in a way. A car just hit me. I mean, it's kind of not... Well, yeah, it is kind of not... Well, no, it's kind of not my fault, because there was no car when I started moving over, but then all of a sudden there was, which means he was flying and not paying attention.
Oh.
Did you see it?
He was doing about... Yeah, he was doing about 80.
Yeah.
Assumed. Is that your exit?
Yeah. What the hell?
That right there would have ended.
What's that? Oh yeah, you wouldn't have kept going for
That
sure.
right there would have. No, that'd have put a big cramper on your day right there.
Yeah, well, you know, it's not completely realistic. You should wait till you see what I'm doing now. So, I don't really see there's any other way to do this. Looks like he flipped over a sand bucket. Oh, this is a terrible day. So this is like worst day ever for a truck driver, guys. Like, you don't want this day.
As far as the difference between the company and the lease, it depends on what kind of driving you want to do. I mean, true over the road, and if you really enjoy the lifestyle, a lease is nice because you get the tax benefits as an owner-op.
Right.
And you make a little bit more. You got to remember on that lease, you have to stay rolling. It's just not a job if you're leasing or even as an owner-op and you're paying off that truck. That payment always comes in, which means you have to be on the road. You can't.
Yeah.
It's not the type of position where you can go home every weekend. You know, you've got to stay out 3-4 weeks at a time and just stay home for like 2 or 3 days until the vehicle's paid for.
Right.
And then once the vehicle's paid for, then you can step back but for that 5-6 years when you initially get into any type of lease program, I mean, you have to be prepared to stay out. Because it's hard, because once you get into the hole, you will never it takes forever to get back out.
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of
people
sense.
Have that, you know, a lot of people get in here and they'll be out for 3 weeks and think, I'm staying home for a week. that's not realistic with the lease company.
Now, but
You
that's
gotta remember
totally
they're
realistic
averaging
for a
between
company driver.
8. Yeah, that's realistic for a company driver. Most company drivers probably won't be able to take a week off.
Right.
Usually, most companies do like 2 days or a day every week you're out. And build up. 4 days is about the average that you could probably expect, depending on the company.
I just took 4 days.
But you got to remember, a lease payment, they range between $800 to $1,200 a week, depending on what type of truck that you get.
Right.
And that, you take a week off and you're $1,200 in the hole already. You got to build out of that hole. It's hard. So it's not realistic to do that type of driving until at least the truck's paid off, or you got the money to pull yourself out of the hole.
Okay.
I think a lot of people have misconceptions about that.
Yeah, well, I
You
mean,
have to
I
stay
didn't
out.
think about it like that either. I didn't realize, because you're totally right. You can't take a week off of work. You have to, you have to work. Otherwise, you're going to get behind. How much is your weekly payment?
The company I work for is $95 a day. So
$95 a
95
day.
times 7. Yeah. Which is still, just around $700 a week.
Right.
Which is on the low side for most leases.
But that
With
means that
Navajo,
you're
I
making
think I was
plenty of
about-
money to cover that and live on, save money. You're making plenty of money, right? Like you're not struggling to make that payment.
No, not even remotely. I mean, I think I average between $1,400 and $1,600 a week clear after I pay the truck payment and the fuel and
Right.
the taxes and insurance and stuff. Once everything's taken out, I take home between about $1,400 to $1,600 a week, depending
Okay.
on the mileage. And that's where you got to really pay attention to fuel prices and where you're at, and because it adds up. Buying your fuel efficiently can save you close to $300 a week in your costs.
Wow, that much, huh?
Doing what you can to maintaining fuel mileage. Well, you got to look at it. California's 3-something a gallon. Arizona is 2-something a gallon. When you're dealing with 150 gallons,
Yeah.
and you do that on a regular basis, start keeping track. I mean, over a course of a week, you can save quite a bit of money. And you'll find out when you're paying the fuel, speed is no longer in your blood. Because the faster you go, that fuel tank goes. So you can see that needle go.
Uh-huh.
So you're like, well, let's just back her down to 62, 63, or at least top speed 65. Because you can do if you run like a one route at 65 and then do that same route at 70,
Right.
you'll notice quite a big difference on your expenses going up there. So you're no longer wanting to do the 85 miles an hour just because your truck can do it.
That makes sense. Now that you have to pay for your own fuel, you don't want to. There's no reason to burn through it like that just to get there. Because with me, I'm a company driver, so. And it's not that I'm like somewhat fuel conscious, because I purposefully make sure to top off anytime before I go to California. But I mean, that's just courtesy. I don't have to do that. I'm not paid for that. I'm just doing that because I want to be a courteous professional driver, and I want to save my company money. Because saving my, if you save the company money, then theoretically you're saving yourself money. In a sense. I mean, I believe in that. Go ahead.
And you've got to look at your weight and your terrain
Right.
when determining routes.
Okay.
You know how much I hate Wyoming.
Oh yeah.
It is not a secret. I hate that. I hate that state.
Hey,
But
we're
if
talking.
I used to when I was what I used to do, you know, if you're going from, say, Nebraska to California, your routing system will always want you to go down to Denver and go over the Vale.
Yeah, right.
And then tie into the 15 and go down, because it is shorter.
Right.
But when you're looking at the fuel costs, hauling a 43,000 pound trailer up over the Vale is going to suck your tank dry.
Yeah,
you're not going to get any type of fuel mileage. And it would get me to, you know, so I would stay on the 80 and go through Wyoming and catch, you know, the 15 in Salt Lake. 50 miles longer for that route, but look how much, you know, what you'll save an immense amount of time and fuel.
I was about to say,
going through
you know,
Wyoming instead of dropping down to go up over the Vale.
Right, yeah. It's not just about the fuel.
You always have to.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, that's also a time saving. Yeah.
Okay.
That's also a time saving feature.
Right. Yep, exactly. Yeah, that's.
I mean, there's a lot more to this than just driving from point A to point B.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of planning involved.
Yep, that's kind of another
But
thing.
after a point. But after a certain point, there's not too many places until you drive a truck. This is an awful, you know, until you start driving a truck, you know, you always think of the United States as this massive country, but it's actually relatively small when you're in a truck and you drive it enough.
Oh yeah, man.
And there's not too many places that I can go that I don't know the most efficient route to get there, what roads to take to bypass what. Unless they're specifically telling me what, you know, travel lanes I have to go down. I've been doing it long enough from coast to coast.
My guy is yawning, Dave. My guy, my truck driver. If you look over at the bed over there on top of my GPS, you see how it's completely blue, like that. You see what I'm talking about?
Your GPS.
Yeah, on the GPS up there, you see that little bed icon in between the gas tank and the envelope?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that thing is full. That means that my guy is fatigued. So I need to go and rest. So we're gonna drop this load.
Fatigue?
Yeah, I'm fatigued. You know, I've been driving all day. My guy needs to rest. Like, all day in the game, you know. I've been driving all day in the game, so I need to go and actually, you know, park the truck for the night, shut down, basically. It's crazy how they have that mechanic in there, huh? Is that
I don't have that built into my truck. It would tell me when I'm fatigued.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm just acting basically like it's just the 11-hour clock. You know what I mean? That's my 11 and 14 hours. It's just, you know, a little bed that fills up in blue instead of it being actual numbers. Alright, so I'm approaching the delivery site, which means that I'm going to need full concentration with this. The last one I did was some serious bullcrap, dude. It was a really, really hard back. I had to back blindsided all the way around a thing to park basically in a one, like, it was it was crazy, man. It was, I've definitely done harder stuff in real life, and it would have been a lot easier in real life because you can just see better, but so what I'm doing here is obviously I'm trying to hug all this space here because I want my trailer to come around. I want my trailer to be in the right position when I'm ready to start back. So in order to do that, you're gonna have to stick to the sides of all this stuff. Like, I want to hug these trailers here as best as I can. Even come in this way a little bit. Make sure you don't hit anything, of course. That's pretty much a golden rule you can depend upon following anytime. Wouldn't you agree? What's the number one rule in trucking, Dave? What would you say the first rule of
The
truck
number
driving
one
is?
rule.
Yeah, first rule, number one rule. What's the first, most important thing you do?
Don't hit anything.
There you go. That's it. That's it.
Don't hit anything.
That's it. That's it. That's exactly what I was going for. See? Look at that. I didn't have to lead him or nothing. I just asked him the question, and he knew right away. Why? Because that's the most important rule. You don't freaking hit anything. You will lose your job.
If they give you the space, use all the space available.
Yes. There you go. Good advice.
I have personally witnessed people hitting stuff because they're trying to make a short turn or something in a parking lot that has 20 acres to turn around in.
Right.
And they trying to turn around like it's a car.
Ugh. Man, I hate these frac tanks because the freaking trailer tires are all the way at the back. And it, you know, it doesn't want to turn.
It's like backing your trailer with the tandems all the way back.
Yeah.
You have to have a wide front berth, you know.
Man, how crazy realistic is this?
That is insane.
Pretty solid job, man. Pretty solid. There we go. We are in the hole. Good to go. Drop the truck, trailer. All right, man. So what do you think, man?
I'm watching your back now.
Yeah,
You just caught the hole and you did your first pull up.
Yep.
There you go. You got her now.
Yep. She's in there. Yeah, I'm already past it. You know, you're unfortunate. Like I said, it's about 10 seconds or so. Maybe a little less than that. Okay. So now we have to go. See, look at this current company job offer. So, oh, I got a skill point. We just bought our truck, so let's put some skill points in some fuel economy. Never a bad idea to save money on fuel, right, Dave?
That's your single largest expense on the road.
Right.
As an owner-op or a lease operator is fuel.
So it looks like we got a frac tank right here. We can take right back to Flagstaff, right back to... Oh, wait, no, that's going into Farmington, New Mexico. I kind of just want to go ahead and take this, drag it to where it wants to go. That's a pretty good offer, $9,000.
Farmington, New Mexico's that's an insane offer for...
Yeah, I know. The pay is kind of unrealistic. You know. Shit. That's an insane offer.
At those kind of offers, man, you'll have that truck paid off in your first year.
Dude, I'm gonna have that truck paid off within my first 2 weeks. Come on, man. $9,000. That only takes. I'm only. If you look at the map, you see where it's highlighted. That's how far we're going. It's a little country road, though. I think we're gonna take it because we don't have to take it to. We don't have to go all that far, but I do have to go sleep. Look, my fatigue is red. My little bed's turned red now. I think the truck is kind of hard to control, dude. I think my guy is fatigued, and so it's hard to kind of control a little bit. Like, it's a little bit like I'm drunk. Huh.
It's usually the way it works too, so you probably need to stop and let him rest.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab this trailer and we're gonna go to the truck stop and pass out.
is unrealistic for a day cab to do something like that.
Yeah, it is. Well, you know, considering the rest of the realism, though, I feel like it's okay. You know, we'll let that slide. Considering how good, like the important stuff is realistic. The mechanics of how the truck moves and all that, you know, that's the important part, I think, of this. And that is very, very real. I mean, how you back these trucks and stuff, I mean, that's incredible. I mean, it feels like the truck. Like I was, you know, I didn't have to get used to this game. I didn't have to get good at this game. I just am good at this game. Why? Because I do this for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know why, dude. It's a good time. It's just super fun. I mean, don't feel obligated to have to hang around if you don't want to. You know, if you got shit you want to take care of, or if you want to go to bed soon or whatever, just let me know.
I'm just fascinated at how fast that hookup was.
Oh, how I just
You didn't have to get out there. You didn't have to get out and fight with a broken landing gear.
Right.
Play with your air hoses.
Right. Yeah. It just stack up and
no sliding your tandems or anything.
I don't know. No, none of that. We're just backing up and going.
I think most people, the misconception people have with truck driving, yes, there is a lot more to the job than just driving from point A to point B. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, we're governed by 3 clocks, which people don't understand, and it will take you quite a while, even once you start driving, to fully comprehend the clock.
Yeah. Actually, that's something I'd like to kind of
90
talk about a little bit. If we'd like to go into that, let's try and explain kind of how that clock works and what those 3 different clocks are and stuff.
Well, you've got the, with most jobs, you work a certain amount of hours and you get a 30-minute break. With truck driving, within the first 8 hours of your day, you have to take a 30-minute break. That is the first part of the clock. Then we can drive 11 hours a day. From the minute you turn your clock on, you have an 11-hour clock that's counting down. And and once that 11-hour clock is done, that you can't drive past that. Then we have the 14-hour clock. That's how many hours that we can work a day between off duty and on duty. That is also counting down. And
you can't stop that one.
It's hard.
Well, I mean, you can,
clock
but
doesn't stop.
For all purposes, right now, you can't stop that. You know, without complicated, because we don't want to complicate it too much, obviously.
Yeah, it is very. It's one thing trying to describe to somebody how those clocks work, and actually using it and actually driving for a while and learning the clock.
Right.
It takes about quite a while before you comprehend actually how those clocks work and how you can use it to your advantage.
I'd say about 6 months, probably. If you're serious about it and you like the job, I'd say about 6 months is like when you kind of really understand how to use that clock.
Yeah.
But you gotta like what you're doing in order for that to work. You know? Dude, my dude almost fell.
I would even say that I would almost even say there's a 4th clock for the 70-hour rule.
Right.
For the week. That's keeping you on and learning how to deal with what we call recaps and what you can keeping track of what you drove 8 days ago. It is extremely complicated, but what I was saying before, the basics of the job you will learn over the course of time playing, just like any job.
Mm-hmm.
The hardest thing I don't think new people start is the lifestyle that the trucker lives.
Right.
There's a lot of uncomfortable truths that you must contend with and get used to that I think drives a lot of people away from the job.
Oh, it's dark and
obviously
Sorry, you'll see that here in a minute. Go ahead. Oh,
It looks
crap!
like you're having a. What I'm watching, it seems like you're having a beast of a time backing into that spot.
Yeah, I figured it out. Well, I think my dude was asleep, so I accidentally slept twice in a row, which means that this load that I'm on now. Hold on. Let me see if I can reload an auto save here, because yeah, otherwise if I don't leave. Okay, hold on here.
You're gonna be late.
Yeah, for sure. 11:01. Week 1, Tuesday, 4:39. Here we go. I think this is it. How ridiculous. Yeah, whenever the music starts playing like that, it means that you're getting close to being late for the load. Okay, where am I? Oh, okay. So that's the earliest load back I can get. That's what I have to do. Because that was totally by accident. That was total mistake. You know what I mean? I accidentally hit the button again, and then I rested. So I did another 10 hours. Or whatever. Crap, now I gotta go back over here. And now I gotta go back into that freaking spot again. How stupid. But yeah, I completely agree with you, man. That's the biggest. I think that is one of the biggest challenges that people have to get used to when they're driving a truck. Is simply the lifestyle itself. I mean, like, you know, you're not home, so you're not with friends. You're not on your couch watching TV. You don't have a yard. You don't have your own personal bathroom. You know, you don't have. I just got a $540 freaking speeding ticket. Gotta love it. Anyway,
Get your license.
huh? Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, that's.
And points against your license for that one.
Yeah, in real life, there's no points. I don't think in this game, luckily, because I mean, I think I would have gotten like, how many points would I have gotten for that last run? You know, we're not gonna we're just gonna pretend like points aren't a thing. They don't exist. We don't have to worry about those. But you know, yeah, like you don't have your own bathroom, and I think that right there is something that'll stop a lot of people at the tracks. You know, I don't think they realize that. Like, you do realize, you know, there's nowhere to go where you can just shut the door and take a crap and you're the only person in a room, right? Unless you're taking a shower. But even still, you know, you might have that door between you and that hallway, but that hallway still has janitors, people walking up and down. There's still music playing in the lobby. It's obviously never, like, you never feel like, you know, you're, like, isolated. Like you would in like a home bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like a home bathroom, like you get that feeling, you know, that you're alone in there, you know, kind of thing. Like, even if there's other people in the house, you still feel pretty much alone in the bathroom, right?
Yeah, and a lot of people don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
when you're driving down the road and you've got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
These trucks aren't the type of thing that can just pull into the nearest gas station and
Oh,
run to
yeah.
the bathroom like you can in a car. There are times where you've got to go to the bathroom really bad, and you'll be 50 miles or more from anywhere where you could pull this truck into
Right.
to go to the bathroom. I mean, there are some uncomfortable truths that you must contend with this industry. I mean, there's a lot of times I go to receivers and shippers that won't let you use their bathrooms.
Especially during COVID.
Yeah, this COVID really hasn't helped us at all.
Dude, this COVID's really messed up a lot of things. I mean, it's because it seems like, you know, shippers, like the shippers always kind of seem to treat us like crap. But it seemed like maybe things were kind of getting better-ish in a way. But then this COVID happened, and I mean, I just feel like all that progress just dropped out of the bottom. Okay. Now let's only rest for one freaking cycle here. There we go. Turn the lights on. Yeah, for some reason, this truck, whenever you start the truck, it starts in reverse. I don't know why it does that. That's unrealistic. That obviously does not happen. So I think we're gonna, since we're here at the truck stop, we're gonna get fuel before we take off. Because that's another aspect of truck driving, is trip planning. And you have to make sure to plan your trips accordingly, so that you don't do things like run out of fuel.
Know.
Go ahead.
If you're doing your trip planning properly, you should know where you're stopping before you start that day.
Right. Or at least have a general idea.
Yes. That's why people who don't trip plan, you always see them lined up down a shoulder somewhere, parked. And it's really bad for the industry, you know. You've got to know where you're stopping this vehicle tonight, because that clock does not stop for you. And you can get into a lot of trouble driving without driving past when your 11 hours is up.
Oh yeah, you can.
People who don't plan, just flying by the seat of their pants. You know, they run till there's 1 hour left on their clock, and it's 11 o'clock at night, and they're near a major city. And we've all seen them when you pull into a truck stop, and they're parked down next to the Catskills, up against, blatantly, where signs are everywhere saying no parking. They're parked there.
We call it
shoulders, on ramps, off ramps.
What do we call that, Dave? We call that creative parking.
Yeah, a little creative parking.
A little bit of creative parking.
And, not to say. I mean, it's not to say that that's not going to happen, even with the best trip plannings.
Well, if you get stuck in a traffic jam or something, I mean, you never know what's going to happen. I mean, the road is such an unpredictable animal. You never really do know what's going to happen.
But we've all seen past rest areas where you see like a half a mile before the rest area and a half a mile after the rest area. There are trucks dogpiling down the shoulder. And I'm sorry, you cannot rely on a rest area at night. It's not going to happen. They're going to be dogpiled. So if that's part of your trip planning, you're in trouble.
Well, and I think a really crucial part about trip planning too, that maybe people for some reason don't understand, is that it's not just about where you're going to be, but what time you're going to be there. You know what I mean? That's the hugest part. That's a huge deal. That's why, like you taught me that I should be running between 3 and 4 in the morning to between 3 and 4 in the afternoon, anytime I can. If I can do that, that's what you should do. And why do we do that?
Because you can get parking.
Right, exactly. You can always get parking. And that's kind of the way, I mean, like, I've never, ever, ever had to park in some crazy place like that, where I'm parked way out on the highway, or like, I've had to do a little bit of creative parking and stuff, but not like anything that was like anything near like that. I've never blocked somebody. I've never, done anything like that. I mean, it's, and it's all because I've done proper trip planning, which is, by the way, thanks to you. You're the one that taught me how to do this. You know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't for you, man, I wouldn't be able to do my job as well as I can, because you did such a great job. I mean, you were a really good teacher, man. I mean, and the industry needs more people like you that will actually sit down and take the time to teach people the right way. And that's kind of another reason why I wanted to make these videos and do this game, because I feel like having conversations with people like you, or just talking about it even on my own, can like help immensely with the just the general understanding of how maybe what we do, how we do what we do, and other such things like that. Oh crap! Of course, as soon as I really dedicated to passing, the freaking line goes solid. But I'm just gonna stick with it because I'm already almost past him now. But you know what I mean?
That's the way it works.
Yeah, isn't it? Always the way it works, right? But seriously, man, I really appreciate the fact that I got you as a trainer. Like, you really are the reason why I can do my job as well as I can.
You got to watch this industry. A lot of, especially these big box trucking companies.
Mm-hmm.
They're the trainers that are in there. Most of them just look at you like a paycheck.
Yep.
And they don't. They just want you to drive in a straight line. They won't really explain anything to you. I always just looked at it as, well, they're paying me to do this, so I may as well do it.
Right. Well, but I'm surely you felt responsible though, because you're sending out representatives of your industry directly into the industry. Like you're literally creating people that are gonna, be the future of this, of the industry that you work in. So, surely, I could tell that you were somebody that kind of realized that and took that seriously. You know what I mean? And I know that a lot of drivers, like Lori's freaking trainer. You know what I mean? Like, that dude is a joke and a half. He probably shouldn't even be in a truck, let alone teaching other people to drive them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he didn't. I met that trainer. He just didn't strike me as the person that really cared one way or the other.
No.
Big
talk.
The student. Because I do feel a little bit of,
natural responsibility.
I would feel horrible. Yeah, I'd feel horrible if I didn't teach you something and then sent you out on your own, and then, you got into a situation and got yourself hurt, and it was something I could have at least explained to you. Which is why I always made it like, as much as I hate, driving the Vale, that's why I took you down there.
Right.
Took you across it to give you the experience. Because unlike, with you, I got thrown to the wolves. I drove in snow, which is the only thing my trainer really taught me very well to do in snow, but he never explained mountain driving to me. That first time I went across the Vale, hell, I didn't even know the Vale was there. That's how green I was, man. Woo! I was going through Colorado, and I was just like, suddenly I'm in the mountains going, holy crap. That's where route planning comes into play.
Right.
Because back in the day, I didn't do any of that. I was so green. You learn how to mountain ship real fast.
Yeah, I bet.
And... But to this day, I'm still, to this day, I'm still in contact with all of the students.
All of them?
They all still talk to me.
Huh.
I don't talk to Chris very much. He called me yesterday, but I was asleep when he called.
Right.
And I think everyone's still in the trucking industry, except, Chris is... Last time I spoke to him, he's working for Grubhub.
Grubhub, yeah, you were saying
got out of trucking. Yeah, he got out of trucking. But Ben, you, and Daryl, they're all still
truck drivers. Going.
Not with us, obviously. They're still going. And you got to remember, when you first start driving, it's going to take you probably a couple of companies, because there is not a perfect company out there.
No.
Every company has a problem with them. You just got to find what you like to drive best.
Right.
whether that being a dedicated route where you come home every so often on a regular clock driving to the same places, or like what I do, just zigzag across the country, because I personally can't stand dedicated routes. Just driving the same roads every day. That's just not my cup of tea. But there's a lot of people who enjoy that.
Yeah, I don't like that either, man. Well, it all depends on how big the route is, honestly. I mean, because like when I was with Source, I didn't mind it so much. But I mean, like I'd had huge, like the routes were huge. They weren't these little. Oh, I gotta pull into a way station. Oh man, there we go. It's just like real life.
That's one thing I don't understand a lot of times.
What's that?
The way stations are, those are federally funded.
Mm-hmm.
DOT. Why aren't they all standardized? Why don't they all look exactly alike when you pull into them?
That's a good point. I don't know.
They're controlled by the government. They're funded by the government. You would think they would cookie cutter those things. So, because half the time, you don't know what to do when you pull into these way stations.
Yeah, you got to
Are
read
they
signs and all kinds of stuff.
single axle scales? Are they scaling the whole thing? Do you stop on the scale? Do you just roll through the scale?
Right.
I mean,
sometimes it's hard to even tell if they're open. Even,
Yeah.
Wow, check out the view. What a beautiful
The sun
view.
coming up.
Yep. Nice. That's a sharp looking truck. Look at that truck. Nice. I like it.
Just out of curiosity, I never saw it on the game.
What's that?
Is there a way to be overweight? Is there a way to be overweight on the game?
I don't know yet, honestly. I'm assuming so. But I don't think there's any scales. I haven't seen any cat scales or anything like that, so probably not. You probably just get a fine if you pass the scale, as opposed to like, because I think actually you might be able to move your tandems around. I don't know.
That might be something a lot of people are not aware of.
Yeah. Were you just talking to him because you realized I unplugged myself? Can you hear me? Dave, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me now? Oh, crap. I don't think you can hear me. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta go reconnect the call, guys. Hold on. I don't know if y'all are watching this or not, but redial. Hello? Yeah, dude. I pulled the freaking thing. I accidentally hit the wire with my hand, and I pulled the microphone and my everything right out of the freaking computer. No, actually, the connection's been great. The stream has been smooth. The audio's been cool. This has actually been a really good time, man. Are you having a good time? You liking doing this? Yeah. Mhm. Right. Yes. Right. Well, let's explain kind of like how, like, why we move them around. Let's go into like our weight limits and stuff like that. Um, yeah, let's clarify that a little bit too. So the weight limit is 80,000 pounds. gross value. You can get permits to where you can go higher and all that stuff. But for base rules, it's 80,000 pounds. You can have 12,000 pounds on your drive axle or your steer axle. Or well, actually, I guess you can have like an extra 500 if you have an APU. I don't really completely understand that law. And then you can have 34. Go ahead. Right. 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 Okay. Okay. Right. Mm. Yes. Yeah, that's a serious concern for these schools. I talked about in a video a little one of the videos that I kind of explained how I personally had an advantage over most people going into this industry because like when I got into the truck with you, I had easily over 100 hours of seat time. Easy. I mean, probably a little more than that. Uh, but most of these people, I would be surprised if they got 10. You know, like what would you say was your average seat time when you were in school? Before you climbed into your first truck to take off with your trainer, how much time do you think you had in the seat? See, yep. See, that's crazy, man. I mean, that's just not enough. You know, uh, I mean, but you got to think now. How did you get your license? Did you get your license through a company, or did you go to school on your own? Okay. Okay. Engine brake use prohibited. Sorry, it's reading signs. I always try to point out signs that are kind of interesting because that's another thing I want to drill into people that are watching this, that you can learn so much information from the road if you just read the signs. It's amazing how much information you can learn. you know? Yep. Not to the extent that we are, right? Right. Oh yeah, we're here. All right. This one's a little easier than the last one. Last one wasn't really all that hard either, though. Yeah. Oh yeah. If mm-hmm. That kind, yeah, that particular subject and stuff. Right. All right. I think I'm gonna have to pull out into the street a little bit actually to get that lined up right. These. Oh, are you? Yeah. Well, you'll see what I mean when I go to start trying to back up. It's really because these trailers are pretty long, so you kind of gotta make some room for them. Come on, make sure I got the wheel going the right way. See, turning the wheel the right way with this joystick, because I was talking about on the last video how hard it is to get used to knowing which way the wheel turns, and then after a while, it's kind of instinct. Like I don't even know if I can tell somebody which way to turn the wheel. You know what I mean? Like, but I can do it. If that makes any sense. What's that? Really? Right. Yeah. Yep. You got to pull out in the street for it. I didn't see any other way, really. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, that just makes too much sense, there, Dave. Not the case. Right. Moab, Utah. That's a hell of a run. That's a lot of money for that run too. That's $11,000. Wait, well, I'm gonna wait for you to wait for the screen to come up so that you can see what I'm looking at. Moab, Utah. That's right south of 70, right? You ever been to Moab? Okay. Well, uh, pretty drive. Well, let's take it. I think we ought to take it. Looks like it's probably going to be the frac tank that's sitting right next to us. I'd like to take another. I'd like to take something that's not a frac tank, but I mean the money is just so good. It's hard to turn down such good pay. Like I feel kind of bad about this, but you know, I'm getting rich. Yep, right there it is, Moab, Utah. Let's take it. So what time are you heading out tomorrow? Yeah. Okay. Right. Wait, where are you at in Nashville? Okay. Right. Oh yeah. Jeez, man. Right. Right. Oh yeah. Right. That's already. I didn't realize how late it was already. Shit. Yeah, I think we're gonna call this the last one. Last delivery here. I'm sure you're wanting to go to bed soon. Isn't it crazy? It's such a good game too. It's just so fun to play. And like I said, I think it's because, you know, I really love the work. I love driving. You know, I love being a truck driver. But sometimes all the extra crap just gets to be too much. You know what I mean? You get stressed out about it and everything else. You know, this kind of lets you get back to, you know, just the basics. Like this is all we're doing is delivering, you know. We don't have to worry about freaking, you know, if we ding the bumper or hit somebody or something. It doesn't matter because it's a video game, you know. It's not real. You know, I'm not gonna lose my job or have to get sued or something. You know, um, I don't have to pay for a load that I'm too late on. Yeah, I ain't got no dispatch. You know, no companies. Damn. So, what are the things that you hate the most about truck driving? Like the thing, like your least favorite parts of truck driving. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. That it's wrong. Oops, was I supposed to turn back there? Yeah. Which is bullcrap. Wow. Really? Right. Because of why everybody else's information was right and his was wrong. So I don't run into those problems too much with my company. I don't. They luckily the information they give me is pretty much accurate most of the time. You know, there have been some times where it's not, but for the most part, it's pretty accurate. I'd have to say. Oh, what kind of scenery are we getting into here? Oh wow, this is interesting. Definitely something different. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, yeah. Hey, you know. Like I said, you know, that's why this is fun because I don't have to worry about you know, crap. I don't have to worry about getting a ticket or nothing. Or I mean, if I do get a ticket in the game, I mean, it's a game. I don't care. You know, it's not real life. I'm not gonna get real points on my license. How crappy would that be though? In order to play this game, you had to put in your real license information, and then if you were a real truck driver, then it actually counted against you and stuff. You know. Right. Oh man, no, it's a fun game though. It is. I never thought that it would be this realistic. I didn't think it would be like this, to where it's like the realistic movements and like all the stuff. You know, all the land and all the scenery. I mean, it all looks pretty damn good, man. Like when you're inside the truck, like are is the inside of this truck not exactly like the real thing? Like everything, the buttons, everything. Way station. I got to pull into the way station. Jeez, I thought my way station. Apparently, I wonder if my CSA score sucks or something. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, see how it says way station bypass service at the top of my GPS right now? And now it's a red light. Oh, well, I guess you don't see that yet. You will here in a minute. Yeah, guys, so Dave is watching the actual stream live. So he has a few second delay. Failed to stop at way station is what it just said to me. And it charged me like $500. Oh no, and I'm about to lose my turn because I'm distracted by being pissed off because they charged me money. Maybe it's because I didn't actually stop. That is what it is. I was too realistic with it. I just tried to roll. I shouldn't have I was supposed to stop. Damn it. Yeah, I just rolled out and it's charged me. Welcome to Utah. That's crap. Alright, so what's the most beautiful station you've ever been to? Mm-hmm. Utah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Or, no, Utah. You meant Utah, didn't you? You don't like Wyoming. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Hey, don't be talking bad about my lady. Alright. She might be acting out right now, but she'll get better. In 7 months. Right? I know. Bluff, Utah. God, it is beautiful. This is a great game. I still can't get over how good that truck looks, man. It's almost exactly the same color of truck. It's almost just right. Almost exactly the same color. I mean, my truck is green, just like this truck. Very, very green. How much further we got to go? 142 miles? I said, so it's about, every 4 seconds you get a mile in. I'm going 35 miles an hour. I'm going to get another damn speeding ticket. Maybe the second one in 2 days, if I get one today. I got a way station ticket. I got a speeding ticket. So if all this would have happened, I'm not sure Yeah, I'm pretty sure the insurance would have called and canceled my crap already by now. With everything that I've done, insurance would have been like, yeah, unless you can pay $10,000 a week, we're gonna have to shut you off. I don't really know how much insurance is though, like real actual truckers insurance. I have no idea how much it actually costs. So you pay your own insurance? Oh, wow. Right. Mm. Oh, okay. So $300. I mean, that's not like terrible. I mean, it's not great, but it's not super bad because you make the money, of course. And you can make that money back. I mean that's the thing about the whole lease thing. You go ahead. Right. Right. Yeah, true. So you need the insurance to be able to cover that load. Plus, just general insurance, for if you get into a wreck with somebody and everything. I mean, you got to be able to, you know, all that stuff too. It's not just about the securing the load. It's about making sure their vehicle can be paid for. Especially if it's not your fault. And you get nailed by somebody, and they freaking, and something breaks on your truck. You want to have the insurance to be able to cover that. You don't want to have to pay for that completely out of pocket. Not to mention, right? Everything costs extra, no matter what it is, no matter how small or trivial. Like hell, a light bulb. Well, I don't know. I don't know if light bulbs are any different in price. You know, all that stuff. I really don't know, but I know tires. Like, how much is a tire? How much is a truck? Is like just a brand new steer tire? Yeah, $700. Now that's one tire. Right. Not the trailer, just the truck. Now, how many tires are on just the truck? Right. Right. 10 tires. Yeah, dude. 10 tires on just the truck alone when you got the dual. Right. Yeah, right. So say like $700 for that steer tire, brand new. I'm pretty sure. Now I haven't bought tires for a vehicle. I've never bought a full set of brand new tires for a vehicle, so I don't know exactly how much they are. But I'm pretty sure you can buy a full set of tires for $700 for a car, right? Right. Right. Yeah. That's just a small example of how inflated the costs are when you're dealing with semi trailers or when you're dealing with semi trucks and stuff. All right, we're here in Moab, and I still have 44 miles to go. Apparently, I thought I was delivering in Moab, but that's a little bit up. Must be a little bit up. Oh, no warehouses or nothing, huh? Right, right. You know, this is the first time actually in this game that I've been actually out of the desert. Well, sort of. Sort of out of the desert. I guess Utah's still kind of a desert in its own right. Mm. Arid, I don't know, what'd you call it? Like arid mountain type of situation? Something? I don't know, something like that. Whoop. Don't want to be coming into traffic. I don't like that very much when you swerve at them. I probably shouldn't do that. Man, it's crazy how like accurate they've gotten the scenery. Not just the driving, but like the scenery itself too, right? Like how much this looks like freaking Utah. I mean, I can't even look. Oh, dude, look at the dinosaur. Well, like I said, you won't be. You can't see it yet, but you will. Well, come on, dude. Are you kidding me? This freaking bus went to turn and then stopped. I guess to let me go, but they should have done. There's no reason why they should have done that. They should have just gone. Yeah, man, I love truck driving. You know, it's the best job I've ever had. I really don't think I could go back to doing anything else. But you know, I really want to get into either an owner op situation or I'd like to be a lease operator or something. You know what I mean? I don't want to, because I don't want to. You know, I don't want to drive for a company. You know, I want to drive my own stuff. I want to make more money doing this because I mean I love doing it, but I mean for the sacrifice that I am doing with being away from home, you know, and not being able to be around friends, not being able to do stuff. I mean, I'm not making the money I should be making for the sacrifice that I'm giving. Wouldn't you agree to that? Agree with that? Right. Right. I just came down a dirt road, man. This delivery's at the end of a dirt road. No, I could have said, right? That's not a good sign. You might want to double and triple check before you pull off onto that road, huh? Are you sure this is where I'm supposed to be? Right. Alrighty. Yeah. That's another pretty easy back. Not gonna be hard. Alright. Yeah, I'd like to get into. I think when I start tomorrow, when I make some videos tomorrow, I think I'm gonna do. I want to make it a point to do something other than frac tanks. That's all I've been doing. But it's just the money's so good, it's hard to turn it down. Right. Being able to exchange out trailers like this. Yeah, that's unrealistic, definitely. I mean, I can like straight up like grab a flatbed trailer, an oversized flatbed right now if I wanted to, and I've never had any formal training in that kind of crap in my life. So pulling a flatbed would be just so irresponsible for somebody like me because I don't know what the hell I'm doing, you know? I don't even know how to strap that crap down. Yeah, right. Right. Ah. Well, all right, man. I think I'm gonna shut this video off, dude. And I think we've done quite a lot. I think tomorrow I'll be picking it back up. We'll come out of here and go. Yeah, right. Absolutely. Well, all right, guys. I'll see you all next time. Look for me tomorrow. Like, subscribe, comment. You know the drill. Talk to y'all later.